Welcome. The topic we'll be discussing in this lecture is forward chaining, backward chaining, and resolution in first order logic. All these concepts we'll be discussing through this example. So with this example, we'll be trying to understand like how forward chaining, backward chaining, and resolution works in first order logic. So previously, if you recall, we have discussed forward chaining, backward chaining, and resolution for proportional logic. Now we are going to discuss the same concepts for first order logic. So this is the example we are considering. The law says that it is crime for an American to sell weapons to hostile nations. The country No, an enemy of America, has some missiles, and all of its missiles were sold to it by Colonel West, who is an American. And we have to prove that Colonel West is a criminal. So this is what our objective. So we'll be discussing like how can we prove Colonel West is a criminal using forward chaining, backward chaining, and also using resolution. So before getting into the actual concept of forward chaining, backward chaining, or resolution, first let us try to represent this entire statement in FOL. Okay. So this statement will be splitting into several small statements and will be representing in FOL. So first, if you consider this statement, it is crime for an American to sell weapons to hostile nations. This can be represented in first order logic something like this. American of X. That is, if X is an American and weapon of Y. If Y is a weapon and if X sells Y to Z. Okay. If X, so X here represents some American who is selling the weapon Y to Z, and Z is a hostile nation, hostile to America. Then it implies that X is criminal. Right. So here you have for all x comma y comma z, but we have removed this for all. So it is after removing for all we got this statement. Okay. Similarly, if you see the next statement, No has some missiles. The country No has some missiles. This can be represented something like this. There exists an X such that owns No comma X, which means the country No owns X. And what is X? X is a missile and missile of X. Now here also we should remove the there exist. So as we have discussed in one of the previous lectures, there exist can be removed by performing existential instantiation. When you do that, you have to replace this variable with some constant. Hence we are replacing the variable with a constant. So we are removing the there exist and we are saying that owns of No comma m1. This x is replaced with m1 and this x is also replaced with m1. Okay. And next we take the next statement which says that all of its missiles were sold to it by Colonel West. That is, whatever the missiles that the country No is having, everything is sold to it by Colonel West. So missile of X. So missile of X and No owns X. If X is a missile and if No owns this X, then No from where No got this X, that is the missile. It implies that Colonel West has sold X to No. So cells of West comma X comma No, which means that West has sold this particular weapon X to No. Right. In the next statement, missiles or weapons. So basically missiles are weapons. So missile of X implies weapon of X. An enemy of America counts as hostile. A country which is an enemy of America is called as hostile. So enemy of X comma America. If X is the enemy of America, which means that X is hostile. West, who is an American. West is an American. How will you represent this in first order logic? American of West. The country No, an enemy of America. So enemy within bracket No comma America, which means No is enemy of America. So first we represent all these things. So now the entire statement we have represented in FOL. So after representing in FOL, then we can apply the forward chaining. So with forward chaining, it is quite similar to how we did in proportional logic. With forward chaining, we'll take the what you call first every statement before performing forward chaining. every statement should be represented in every statement should be represented in definite clause or in Horn clause. So what is a definite clause? A definite clause contains exactly one positive uh, exactly one positive literal, and a Horn clause can have up to one positive literal. Okay. So if you consider this statement, actually it is in it is a definite clause, and also it is a Horn clause, because this statement, so it is of the form alpha implies beta, which can be written as not alpha or beta. Okay. So here if you add an if you add an not, then everything will become not. Only this criminal will be or. So it will be not American of X, right? Right. It will be not American of X. So basically the not comes outside, right? And when you move the not inside, this and will be converted to or not weapon of Y, or not cells X comma Y comma Z, or not hostile of Z, or criminal of X. So here only this criminal of X is a positive literal, remaining all are negative literal, right? So hence this is actually in in the format of Horn clause or definite clause. Similarly, you can check for other statements also. So if you take the second statement, actually both statements were positive here, and they are connected with and. Hence, you can split it into two different statements. So this although there are two positive literals, you can split this into two different statements. We can call it as or this statement after. Okay, so that's what represented here. After applying uh, existential instantiation, actually it is split into two different statements. Now this is a separate statement. This is a separate statement. So atomic statements by itself, they are by default they are in definite clause. Okay, hence this falls under definite clause only. Now if you now this can also be converted to definite clause or Horn clause, right? So basically all these are in Horn clause. Now as they are following, as they are mm, in definite clause or in Horn clause format, now we can take the atomic sentence, and from that we can build upon, and we can take the individual atomic sentence, and from that we can infer and keep inferring until you meet at a deadline that further you cannot infer. So that's what we are going to do. So first we are taking these statements. So basically it is American of X. Initially it is American of X, right? And missile of Y, and Nono owns Y. Okay. And Nono is the enemy of America, or X is the enemy of America. But we have one statement in the knowledge base which says that West is an American. Okay, West is an American. So here this X can be replaced with what? West. Hence it is replaced. Similarly, we know that uh, missile of X or missile of Y, whatever it may be, and we are when you perform what you call existential instantiation, this can be replaced with a constant. Hence here the missile of X is replaced, or missile of Y is replaced with some constant m1. So similarly here also Nono owns that missile, so that is also replaced with it's the same basically. So it is replaced with m1. Okay, and Nono is an enemy of America. So uh, so already that enemy of X comma America represents a hostile nation, and in the knowledge base we have a statement which says that Nono is enemy of America. So this X is replaced with Nono. Hence we got this. Now from this we can infer certain things. If M1 is a missile and Nono owns M1, then it means what? Then it means that all these missiles were given to Nono by Colonel West. So from this we can infer that it is sold by Colonel West. Uh, Cells basically West has sold, right? So cells West comma Nono comma M1, right? Okay. So and also from missile we can infer that if something is a missile, then it is also a weapon. It is also a weapon. Okay, missiles are nothing but weapons. So hence we got this from missile and wounds. That is this is basically like an and. Both things should be satisfied. If these both were satisfied, if M1 is a missile and Nono owns M1, it means that West has sold that missile to Nono. And if M1 is a missile, then it is also a weapon. Okay. If Nono is the enemy of America, then from this we can infer that Nono is hostile. Nono is hostile. Okay. Now from all these things, now we know that West is an American and M1 is a weapon, and M1 and West has sold M1 to Nono, and Nono is a hostile. Now from all these things, 1, 2, 3, 4, from all these things we can infer that West is a criminal, right? So this is what is called as forward chaining. From fundamental, what you call, from atomic sentence, we keep on inferring until you reach a final point. Beyond that you cannot infer. No, beyond that we cannot infer. So we stop here. And also it has been proved that West is a criminal. Okay, fine. So if you consider the properties of forward chaining is actually sound and complete, right? That is sound in the sense whatever it infers, it is correct, and also it can infer everything. Fine. Next, let us discuss about backward chaining. For backward chaining, for forward chaining, we start with the atomic sentence, but for backward chaining, we start with conclusion. From conclusion, we'll move forward. So that is called as backward chaining. Okay. So if you want to prove that West is a criminal, then you have to prove many things. What are the things we have to prove? If you want to prove that West is a criminal, actually it is criminal of X initially. So that X, sorry, actually it is criminal of X. So here in this criminal of X, we are replacing X with West. If you want to prove that West is a criminal, then first you have to prove that West is an American. Then you have to prove that there is some weapon Y, and and West has sold those weapons to some hostile nation Z, and Z is a hostile nation. All these things should be proved. Then only we can prove that West is a criminal, right? So in our knowledge base, we have something called as American of X, and also we have a statement that West is an American. So here X can be replaced with West. Okay, here X can be replaced with West. So now you got this, right? So now we know that West is an American. Okay. See, actually, backward chaining, it works in depth first fashion. Backward chaining, it works in depth first fashion. So first we have to see only one branch. So let us not see these things. Let us ignore these things. First we'll go this path only. So here, if you want to prove West is a criminal, first you have to prove that West is an American. So we come here. X is an American. Then here we replace X with West. So when you replace X with West, actually you got this, right? Now further down we cannot go, right? Okay. So this I mean this branch ends here. Now we go to the next branch. So the next branch is what? Y is a weapon. Okay. Y is a weapon. So this Y can be replaced with what? Some weapon M1, right? So yeah. So if something is a weapon, then that is also a missile. Something is a weapon, then that is also a missile. Okay. And 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 in this missile, Y can be replaced with M1, right? So first we have gone through this branch. Then we have gone through this branch. So when you have gone through this branch, X is replaced with West. When you have gone through this branch, Y is replaced with M1. So already certain things we have done. Already we have sorted out what is X, and also we have sorted out what is Y. Now we'll go to the next branch. But before, the moment you go through the next branch, no, at this point itself, we know what is X and what is Y. So this X we will replace with West. Okay. And this Y will replace with M1 first itself, right? Hence we get this cells of West comma M1 comma Z, right? So if if West sells M1 to Z, okay, then we should prove that M1 is a missile. Then we should prove that M1 is a missile, and also we should prove that Nono owns M1. Okay, right? So from this we have to, so this we can confirm. West has sold M1 to Z. This we can confirm only if we prove that M1 is a mission, and if we prove that Nono owns M1, then only we can confirm this. So we go through this branch, right? Okay, fine. So okay, so so finally we go through the last branch. The last branch is hostile of Nono. Nono is a hostile nation. Okay, so here mm, yeah, okay. So basically here we are see here actually we are inferring Z. See this Z is what? So actually this should be initially Z owns M1. Z owns M1, but that Z is replaced with Nono. Okay, that Z is replaced with Nono. So when you finish the third branch, when you finish the first branch, we have sorted out what is X, that is West. When you finish the second branch, we have sorted out what is Y, that is M1. When you finish the third branch, we have sorted out what is Z, that is No. So here you can see it is hostile of Z. But when you come for that fourth branch, when you come, so it is basically depth first search. Okay, so when you come to the last branch, by that time we have sorted out Z. So here we are not using Z. Here we are using No, because in this step itself we have identified what is Z. So we have replaced Z with No, right? If Nono is a hostile, then what does it mean? Then it means Nono is an enemy of America. Right. So now everything, all the ground term we got. So if you want to prove West is a criminal, then you have to prove all these things. Okay. Now all these things we have proved. So 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 going in this direction is called as backward chaining, right? So with backward chain, so basically backward chaining, it follows depth first approach, right? So but if you see the properties of backward chaining actually it sometimes it may create some infinite loops, and because of that this algorithm is incomplete. Fine. So next we'll be discussing a resolution, but before getting into resolution we'll discuss a small topic which is conversion to CNF. So so when you can perform resolution, before performing resolution, so if you recall proportional logic, before performing resolution the statement should be in CNF format, conjunction normal form, right? So that rule is applicable to first order logic also. In first order logic also, before converting a sentence to before performing resolution, the sentence should be in CNF format. Hence so let us here we'll discuss one example, like how to convert a sentence to CNF format. Okay, if a sentence is originally not in the CNF format, then how to convert. Our example, if you take that no example, it is actually it can be easily converted to CNF format. So here we are taking a little complicated example to study the actual intricacies, right? So this is the sentence we are taking. Everyone who loves all animals is loved by someone. Okay, everyone who loves all animal is loved by someone. So for all X, for all Y, this is something inside. Okay, for all X, then for all Y, animal of Y implies X loves Y. That is for all Y. If Y is an animal, it implies that X loves Y. So basically, the statement, if you see, Y is also connected with for all, but Y is animal, right? X is also connected with all, right? Okay, but what is X? We don't know. X is not, but X is, we cannot say that X is animal. Okay, but Y is connected with for all. Y is animal, right? So here, so this statement, what does it mean? This statement, it only means that it only means that everyone who loves an animal, right? So X loves Y. For all Y, animal of Y implies X loves Y. So X is what? Everyone who loves an animal. Okay, everyone who loves all animals. right? So it's not a, it's not everyone who loves animal. It is everyone who loves all animals, because y is also connected with for all. So this is what this statement means. This part alone, it only means that everyone who loves all animals. Means what? Everyone who loves all animal is loved by someone. So there exists, so implication, in implication we are writing there exists an y such that y loves x. Now y is connected with there exist. X is connected with for all. So this part, how will you read? There is someone who loves everyone, right? There is someone who loves everyone. Okay. Now if you combine these two, actually this sentence will get everyone who loves all animals, everyone who loves all animal will be loved by someone. So that is how this sentence we got. Now the point is, this sentence is actually current, it is not in CNF format. We have to convert it to CNF format. So how can we convert it to CNF? That's the question. So to convert it to CNF format, first we have to remove the implication. So first what you should do, first we have to perform something called as implication elimination. Okay. So if you remove this implication, okay, if you remove, or say that first let us remove this implication. If you remove this implication, what will you get? You get for all x, okay, for all y, not animal of y, not animal of y, or loves of x comma y implies there exists a y such that y loves x. Okay, this is, we have removed this inner implication. Now let us remove this implication. Okay, when you remove this implication, what will you get? For all x, not for all y, not for animal of y, or loves of x comma y, or there exists y loves of y comma x. So that is nothing but this statement. So how we got this statement? In the sense, by removing these two implications. So basically there are two steps involved, so that I wrote it separately. So when you remove these two implications, you get a statement something like this. Okay. Now what we are going to do? Now we are going to apply a small rule. That is, if something is of this form, not uh, not for all xp, okay, not for all xp, this is equivalent to. So not for all x, it means what? P is not true for all x. Okay, not for all x p is true. Not for all x p is true. It means what? It means there is some x for which p is not true. It means there is some x for which p is not true. So this is equivalent to there exists x such that p is not true. Okay. So that rule, this rule we are going to apply here. This rule we are going to apply here, right? So when you, so basically by this rule, what we are converting? We are converting this for all to there exist. So here, this part, if you see, it is what? The this not for all y, it is connected to this part. Okay, this not animal of y, not animal of y, or loves of x comma y. Here we are going to, here we are, yeah, here we are going to apply this, right? So what will become this statement? So here when you apply, it will become for all x, there the, there exists an x such that not, within bracket, not animal of y, or loves of x comma y, right? And the rest of the part is same. There exists y loves of y comma x. Okay, so that is how we got this statement. That, so this statement is nothing but same as this. For all x, there exists y, not of animal of y, or loves of x comma y, or there exists y loves y comma x. Okay, now we'll move this negation inside. So when you move this negation inside, it will become negation, negation, animal of y, and this negation will go to not loves of x comma y, and this part is same. Okay, so this negation and negation will cancel out, hence you get animal of y and right. So when you move this negation inside, this or will be converted to and. So that is how we got this and, right? And not loves of x comma y, or there exists y loves of y comma x. Okay. So now we got a statement something like this. Here, next what we are going to do in the sense, here you have there exist, right? So if you recall, there exist, if you want to remove there exist, then we have to perform what? Existential instantiation. So when you perform existential instantiation, normally we replace the variable with some constant. But here we cannot replace with the constant. The reason is, so there exists y, for example, this y we replace with a constant a. Okay, let us assume. And this y also we replace with a, this is also y, right? So replace with the constant a. Okay. Say this z, this is also a, this there exists, if you remove, replace with the constant b. Then actually the meaning of the sentence will change. See, actually now the meaning is preserved. What is the meaning? The same meaning, it is preserved. That is, everyone who loves all animals is loved by someone. Okay, everyone who loves all animal is uh, is loved by someone. That's the statement. So still the meaning is preserved. If you see this statement, for all x, there exists an y such that y is an animal and x not loves y. So there is some animal. There is some animal uh, uh, which is not loved by x. Okay, either there is an animal which is not loved by x, or there is someone, or there is some z is there who loves everyone. Okay, who loves everyone, right? So I mean, there is some z is there who who loves uh, who loves all. Okay, so that's this. So either one of this is true. Okay, that is if, so or let us consider in terms of x, so that so that the understanding is clear. Okay, see, suppose if there is an animal y, and if x does not loves y, this is one case, this may happen. Otherwise, either this will happen, this is case one we can consider. Okay, case one, either this will happen, that is there is an animal y, uh, and x does not loves that animal, that is one case. Otherwise there is some z who loves x, otherwise there is some z who loves x, right? So that is the first statement. Originally it says, what does it mean? The first statement says that everyone who loves uh, all animals is loved by someone. Okay, so so if x is not loving any one animal at least, then this statement will not be true. Suppose this statement is not true, then it means that x is loving all animals, then it means that there is some z who loves x. So the meaning is preserved. What I'm trying to say is the meaning is preserved. But if you replace this y with a and z with b, then the meaning will not be preserved. Then the meaning will not be preserved. Okay. For example, if you replace this y with a, this y with a, and this x with b, then actually the meaning will change. Now, and if you remove the there exist, now the meaning will become something like this. There is an animal a. There is one specific animal a, because when you use constant, it becomes one specific animal a. Okay, there is one specific animal a, and x does not love that animal, and x does not love that animal. Okay, so here z is replaced with b. Okay, z is replaced with b. In that, so either this will happen, either the statement says that either this will happen, there is some animal a which is not loved by x, either this will happen, or there is some b who loves x. Okay, so here actually the meaning is not preserved, because we are now limiting to one particular animal a and one particular individual b. But that is not our statement. Our statement says that everyone who loves all animals will be loved by someone. Okay, that someone is not b, that can be anybody. You cannot only say that it is b, right? Hence hence instead of replacing with a constant, we are going to replace these variable with some function. When you replace with function, it means that it can take any value. Okay, So that's what we are going to do. We are going to replace this y with some function f of x. So this y also we are going to replace with some function f of x, and this z we are going to replace with some function g of x. Hence here you can see this y is replaced with f of x, and we have removed the existential quantification, and this y also replaced with f of x, and this z is replaced with g of x. Okay, fine. Now finally what we are going to do in conjunctive normal form, everything, all the statements should be connected with conjunction. There should not be any disjunction. Okay, hence we are going to distribute this r over and. Okay, so when you distribute it, what you will get? So first we are dropping the universal quantifier. So when you drop the universal quantifier, you get a statement like this. After that, when you distribute it, you will get a statement like this: animal of f of x, or or laws of g of x comma x. This is one statement. Okay, and not laws of x comma f of x, or laws of g of x comma x. This is another statement. Okay, so now we got uh, now we have converted this statement into CNF form. So this is a CNF notation, because basically this entire thing is one statement and this is another statement, and they both were connected using AND. So this is how we convert sentences to CNF form in first order logic, right? Fine. Now let us discuss our example. So if you see our example, what it is originally what the statement we had is, so we are now, let us see how the example we have discussed, how it can be proved using resolution. So this is our original statement: American of x and weapon of y and cells of x comma y comma z and hostile of z implies criminal of x. Okay. Now before resolution, the sentence should be in Horn clause. Okay, it should be in Horn clause format. Hence we apply this alpha implies beta. So alpha implies beta can be written as not alpha or beta. So hence in that format we'll convert. So not American of x. So basically it is a full not. So not American of x. When you apply not on all these things, this and will be converted to or not weapon of y, or not cells of x comma y comma z, or not hostile of z, or criminal of x. Now in this statement you can see there is only one positive literal. Hence this is in Horn clause or in definite clause format. Okay. Now you recall what is resolution. Resolution is proving by contradiction. Now what we want to prove? We want to prove that West is a criminal. We want to prove that West is a criminal. Okay. So here, so proving by contradiction means we will assume that West is not a criminal. So this entire thing is one statement. Let us call this is statement one. But we will take another statement. This is our goal is to prove that. So if you recall, our goal is to prove that criminal of West. Criminal of West. Okay. But what is not goal? But we take the negation of goal. Negation of goal is not criminal of West. Okay. So now we don't take the goal, we try to prove the negation is true. So we take this original statement, and to that we will take this negated goal. Okay. So this is our original statement: not American of x, not weapon of y, not souls x, y, comma z, not hostile of z, and criminal of x. So this part we have here, everything. Okay. And then we take not criminal of West, because we want to prove it by contradiction. We take not criminal of West. That is, West is not a criminal. Right? Now this West is not a now this x, let us replace this x with West. Now here we are having West is not a criminal, and here we are having West is criminal. So both the things will cancel out. When both the things cancel out, you get this sentence. So in this sentence, you have everything else, but this criminal of West is not there. Right? Okay. And now in the knowledge base, we have a statement called West is an American. In the knowledge base, we have a statement which says that West is an American. Now, when you resolve this statement with this statement, this American and this American will get cancelled. So you'll get not weapon of Y, not West sells Y to Z, and not hostile of Z. Okay. Again, in the knowledge base, we have a statement like not missile of X or weapon of X, right? But here we have weapon of Y. So these are just variables, right? So instead of Y here also you can write X, or here you can use Y, whatever it may be. So here it is weapon of X, here it is not weapon of Y. Both will be cancelled out. Okay. When you cancel out, this not missile of X also will join here. So we get here not missile of X or not or not cells West comma Y comma Z or not hostile of Z. Now again in the knowledge base we have a statement which says that M1 is a missile. But here we have something called as not missile of Y. This Y can be replaced with M1. So this 2 can be cancelled out. So when it cancelled out, you have not cells West comma M1 comma Z and not hostile of Z. Again, we have a knowledge. We have in the knowledge base we have a statement not missile of X or not owns no comma X or cells West comma X comma no. Okay. So here we have what statement we have. Here we have no owns X. Here it says that no not owns M1. Okay. So if you replace this X with M1, then this 2, sorry, this is also not, this is also not. So not this. 1 minute. So here when you resolve these two things, okay. So it is this statement. You have to compare this. Okay. So this and this. So when you resolve this and this 2 will be getting cancelled out. This is West cells X2 no. This is West cells M1 to Z. Okay, here Z can be converted to no, and here X can be converted to M1. Hence, this 2 will be cancelled out. Then you will have all these things. Not missile of M1, X is replaced with M1. Not no owns M1, or not hostile of no. Okay. Again, we have a statement in the knowledge base which says that missile M1 is a missile. So this and this will be cancelled out, and you will have no not owns M1, and no is not hostile. Again, in the knowledge base, we have no owns M1. So this and this will be cancelled out. Then we have not hostile of no. Okay. Again, in the knowledge base, we have this statement. X is not an enemy of American, and sorry, this is not from knowledge base. This is from here. Okay. X is not an American or hostile of X. So we have hostile of X. Here we have not hostile of no. So these two things will be cancelled out. Okay, when these two things were cancelled out, okay, then what you get, you have enemy of no comma America, right? So you get this statement which is enemy of no comma America. So I think this is not enemy of no comma America. Okay, this is not enemy of no comma America, and in the knowledge base we have enemy of no comma America. So these two things will be cancelled out, and finally we arrive at the null set, right? So we are unable to infer anything. So which means that initially we assumed that West is not a criminal. So it means our assumption is wrong. It means our assumption is wrong, which means that West is a criminal. Okay. So this is how, what you call, this is how we conclude. Okay. This is how we prove it using resolution, right? Okay, so that's it about resolution. So you may be wondering how we are getting this statement. See, this is basically in the knowledge base. We have something like this. In the knowledge base, we have missile of X implies weapon of X. That we have, right? We have something like this. Missile of X implies weapon of X. So that can be written as what? Not missile of X, not missile of X, or weapon of Y. Okay. So that is how we got this. Similarly, all these things are. This statement is X X is a missile and Nono owns X implies West sells X to Nono. Again, this also by converting like this only, right? Again, this statement also the same way. In the knowledge base, we have enemy of X comma America implies hostile of X, right? So that can be written as not enemy of X comma America or hostile of X. Okay. So when these two things get cancelled out, we get here a not. Okay, because the same thing will come here, right? But as per our knowledge base, again we have a statement which says that Nono is an enemy of America. But here this statement says that Nono is not an enemy of America. Hence these two will be cancelled out and we'll get an null set. Now we are unable to prove that West is not a we are unable to prove that West is not a criminal, which means that West is a criminal, right? So fine. So that's it about inference in first order logic. So let us stop here. Thank you.